Okay, so last session, we kind of ended off the one before that with a successful closing of a portal, but Eva standing there with wings out, flying around, which we began the session asking her about that, and she said she had no idea this had never happened before. She simply wanted wings, and there they were. Queen of manifestation. What a girl boss. So some of the people that were at the warehouse were still outside. The one who seemed to be their leader kind of asked us what the hell that thing was and where it came from. So we kind of exchanged some questions back and forth with them. They said they didn't really see anything out of the ordinary, other than there was some water dripping. So that might have been something like that. They do note that they had one other person who works here, Roy, who was here yesterday, but they haven't seen him since. So we go off to, we get Roy's address and go off to his house to see if we can find him there. We make it to his place. It's a little ramshackle place. There's a very, very pregnant young woman there who we assume is his wife. As we go to talk to her, I totally remembered all on my own. It had nothing to do with Chris messaging me in the moment that we had seen Roy, or rather I had, as a really fucked up corpse by the warehouse. So we kind of break the news to her that her husband is dead, extremely dead. And she kind of rallies, like she's sad, but she kind of pulls her shit together and begins making arrangements. And so we give her some gold and she says she'll be okay. So, we love to see that. I wrote some things. So we go back and we investigate the body, and it's really like dried up. Mal said that he saw Roy yesterday, and then he hadn't seen them since. But they were at a tavern yesterday, and he said he was last seen chatting with someone at the bar who was definitely out of place. It was like a wealthier, fancier man who was trying to pass as like your average dockhand, and it wasn't really working. And the two of them were huddled chatting in a corner, and they'd never seen him before, so that was a bit strange. So as we kind of look over the body some more, the death definitely looks magic in nature. It looks like some necrotic damage had been done. And on further investigation, there was a black stone in his hand with a rune on it. It seemed to do something with some sort of ritual. So we headed to the bar. Hal paid the guy to open. I think they were still closed, and Hal bribed the man to let us in. We said we were investigating, and they kind of just were happy to give us information about the weird guy. He said, yeah, he was very wealthy. He said his name was Randy, but that's almost certainly a fake name. When he left, he took a hackney, but the bartender said he didn't know where he went. He was definitely talking to Roy about something, and before he had spoken to Roy, he'd been talking to other people, trying to get him to do a job, but the other guy who he spoke to, who happened to be there, said that he wanted nothing to do with it, which is probably smarter. Anyway, as we're leaving, kind of putting all these things together, what happened, we are jumped as we are exiting the dock ward by a group of kind of goons. Most of them are killed, but Hal leaves one alone, or alive rather. And we kind of question him. He says they were given money by some guy on the docks. He matched the description of Randy and said that we'd been interfering and we were wealthy. And so he's told the thugs that for, some gold, come and kill us and take all our stuff. And so they tried, and it didn't go very well for them. So I think we looked around to see if we were being watched, and on the edge of one of the buildings, there's a floating eyeball. And when it was noticed, it kind of winked out of existence. So we make our way back to Cassandra's to tell her all of what happened. I'm scrolling. I have so many notes. Yes, so Cassandra then says that she has located another stone. So we gave her the stone that we found on Roy, and she kind of went and did some magic on it. She said she found another one. and it seems to have already been set off. So that seems to be another portal being opened. So we rushed off there. We fought a big fiery monster. Set a lot of things on fire. Mauled Hal a lot, as is kind of the usual for all of
As
our
tradition,
fights.
yep.
Yeah, as is tradition, Hal was yo-yoed between life and death. I think whatever god he is closest to, he's really close to, and it's just they're flirting, and I respect that. And, anyway, so we managed to kill the salamander as the portal was closed, and then we kind of jogged off and saw the fire brigade rushing in, and we took off from there.
Excellent, thank you. Holy smokes, we did a lot last session.
We did. It was a busy day.
Amazing. Thank you for those great notes, Shauna. That's very helpful. And yes, let me bring you over to the map, I suppose. So everyone has leveled up their characters.
Yep, I have.
Yes.
Excellent. How do I bring everyone over here? There was like a way that you could do that. Move party ribbon here. There we go. So yes, we sort of left with you guys leaving the dock ward with knowing that the authorities were coming to take care of the fire, and there weren't any people around that you had seen at that time. Most people had managed to escape, and so it seemed like it was an okay time for you guys to leave and take off. You also managed to close the portal that the salamander had come through. And I guess I'm sort of envisioning you guys going home, taking a rest, which is how you level. But just before we do that, is there anything else that you guys kind of want to do before we kick off next day's events?
The only thing that I would want to do is we have people after us trying to kill us now, so I don't particularly want to go home to an empty house. So if anyone wants to like have a sleepover, come on by, because
yeah, staying as a group works. You can stay with me or you.
Yeah, maybe I don't lead them back to my house.
I mean, why don't we all just go stay with Turnip's buddy again? It was
well, because then we're putting him at risk. We could all just pitch in and get like a room in a tavern somewhere.
That's also an option.
I mean, this is the most money I've ever had. I don't know if I want to start spending it on a tavern room.
I just gave all my money away, so it doesn't have to be a super high-end one. How much does like just an okay tavern room run you?
That is a good question. I don't believe it's terribly expensive, to be honest. I think it's like maybe a silver a night.
Yeah. So I'll pay. How about that? You don't have to waste your gold. I'll splurge and get us all a little tavern room or 2 adjoining ones or whatever, because I know Turnip doesn't want to. I don't know. But I don't think that we should lead this crazy man who can spy on us magically back to our house. Our houses.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So that would have been my only before we all run off.
I do have a request from you, Cora. Actually, am I correct in thinking that you're noting our escapades down for publication of some kind?
Yes, which I was going to speak to you about. If there's anything you don't want included?
Preferably too much detail about me.
That's what I was sort of imagining. Yes.
Thank you.
I don't want you, as you're discovering sort of your own thing, to be like, oh, also it's for the public. So
just take all the cool stuff she does and say I did
it.
I can do that.
I mean, I don't mind being mentioned as doing stuff, but just don't identify me.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
That's the bit I'm concerned about.
I mean, yes, given your
inquisitive people who read the article or book, like that would pique way too much interest. They'd start digging into it.
Well, good, then they'd buy more, wouldn't they?
If they just said Hal, did all this cool stuff, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, no, that just makes sense." And they wouldn't.
But I mean, who's going to believe it? They've heard about you going unconscious so many times. Like, eventually the concussions are going to set in.
I'm going to edit a
No,
little bit of that out,
it's
I think.
building. It's building up a toughness. Like I'm going to become more and more resistant to any sort of brain injuries.
Well, I mean, I guess there's a sort of maximum damage you can take to the brain before it's no longer relevant. I feel like we're rapidly heading towards there, so it's fine.
Also, why don't we just ask Cassandra if we could stay at her lovely abode with the horrible ghosts that serve her?
And Turnip is eyeballing her couch, so it would give him a better chance to try it.
Yeah, so you guys want to head over to Cassandra's to spend the evening there?
I think, yeah, it's worth discussing with her at least if she has any idea of how we can protect ourselves from his magical vision. She might have a safe house we could go to. She seems well connected.
Character, I can't think of a safer place really. So
no, likewise.
I'm all right with that.
Chang, you are still muted. I don't know if you've been talking and are unaware that you're muted or if you're muted for a reason. So nod or put your hand up if you have any objections. I will take that as a no. You are here, right, Chang?
Schrodinger's Chang.
I'm here. Hold on.
Oh, there we are. Okay.
I take a little bit to warm up.
Yeah, no worries. As long as you're around. I was just like, I haven't actually heard his voice. I hope we haven't just started without him and he logged in and ran off to do something.
He's in his room practicing his yokel. He's really got to get into it.
In all honesty, that voice would take me a moment to get back into as well. Okay, so here we are back at Cassandra's house. And you guys head back there after your fight. You're probably quite scorched and probably a little bit smelly from the smoke that's clinging to your clothes and in your hair. And when the invisible servant lets you in, and Cassandra comes to greet you, and her eyes sort of widen a little bit at the state of the four of you. And she says, and particularly Hal, I suppose you're probably a bit singed from all of the ups and downs and salamander monster attacks that you took. You took a lot of damage last session. And so she sort of ushers you inside and offers you, use of her home. And when you bring up to her, staying here the night, you tell her you're worried about being scryed on. She's happy to allow you to stay here. The house itself does have a sort of anti-scrying shield. It's got some magic in it to prevent that. But unfortunately, Cassandra does not at this time have anything that she can give you as individuals to protect you from being scryed upon. You're safe while you're here, and she does invite you to stay with her. But when you are out and about, unfortunately, there is not a lot she can do, but it is something that she says that she will look into for you for in the future. And you guys spend the night at Cassandra's. It's a comfortable place. It's sort of an easy place to stay. There's obviously she's a wealthy woman, and so there's an abundance of anything you could need. And of course, anything you ask for, the invisible servant brings to you. You're probably staying in guest rooms that are probably not the finest of the guest rooms, but just it's not a huge house anyway. So, but they're comfortable. They're certainly have more than enough of the things that you need. You probably swing by your places just to grab some clothes, I imagine, or maybe not, if depending on if you're worried about leading people back to your homes. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. And you spend the night, and in the morning when you wake up, not only do you feel refreshed and much better, but you also feel a little bit stronger, smarter, faster, more magical. Is there anything that you need to share with others or with me about anything that you've taken that you just want to let people know about, or is everyone good?
I had a real agonizing about trying to choose a feat for Eva because nothing actually fits with the playstyle, so I ended up just going with Speedy to make her
Ooh.
zoomier.
Handy. Cool.
Because like none of the usual rogue feats make any sense. You can't take Piercer because I don't do piercing damage. Your Sharpshooter doesn't do anything because I don't actually, use a ranged weapon particularly.
Right.
So yeah, leveling up's going to be fun. But yeah, that's it for me.
That's fun.
That will be quite handy though, I think. That's a good choice.
I took Warcaster. Every cleric's good
Nice.
choice, you know.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Solid decision. I do 1 extra damage every time I miss. So
Oh my
that's
god,
gonna be
yay!
handy. It's gonna be
Yay!
That's crucial for you.
Did I miss some?
We're just sharing what our level ups were, if you so choose.
Oh, I just went ASI.
Fair enough.
Nice. Oh, it was a solid choice.
Mm.
Okay. So, yes, in the morning, when you awaken, like I said, feeling better, faster, stronger, Cassandra is already up and about. She is sitting downstairs in probably this little nook over here by the window. And she's got a big book on the table that she is reading through. She seems to be doing research. She's promised you guys a lot of things, and she seems to be working on it quite diligently. So she's looking into ways of shielding you from being scryed on, and you can see she's pouring through these magical books. And who's the early riser of the group? My guess would be Turnip, but I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, as a farmer, he's used to waking up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, I would think you're probably up before the others. So you wake up first, and like I said, Cassandra's already downstairs. She points you in the direction of the tea and the coffee, and
Water.
and says, yep, the invisible servant will bring you whatever you need. The ghost. And she says, Turnip, how do you feel about a little trip outside of Waterdeep?
I'm telling you, it takes me a little bit of a warm up.
No worries.
Well, it's pretty. I mean, I don't mind a trip outside Waterdeep. I mean, I ain't from around here anyways.
Excellent. Good. Good.
Yeah, see, because I'm from Yokun. You ever heard that place?
Yo, cool. No, where is
No,
that?
it's down south up the river from Daggerford. Well, I shouldn't say upriver, but it's more like downriver because the river comes through down from the mountains all the way into the ocean, past Daggerford out west, and we's
Right.
further inland out east.
Oh, I see. Well, it's funny you should mention Daggerford because that's actually where I would like you to go.
Oh.
Maybe you could stop by your home and visit your family while you're on your travels.
Well, I wish I could do that, but Yokun's kind of a trek from Daggerford. In fact, when I left Yokun, I didn't even go to Daggerford. I took the long way around, like up
Oh,
north through Golden Fields and Succumber. You know them places.
yes, yes. I'm familiar with geography.
Yeah, so technically I haven't been to Daggerford yet, actually.
Oh, well, excellent. You'll hopefully you'll like it. I hear it's a lovely city. I've not been myself.
Well, it can't be nice as Waterdeep. It's a real nice place y'all got here. A lot of tall buildings, a lot of horse crap all over the streets. If you don't mind me saying though.
That's very true. There's a lot of, and at this point, I imagine this is where the rest of you come down and hear the conversation that's going on.
Y'all really gotta like get to like the sanitations. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta like show some of that. y'all leaving the streets dirty, and it's grounds for pestilence. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's bad for you.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, I think they have city sweepers for that.
Yeah, well, I just gotta say, it ain't good for the lungs, you know. It ain't like Yoko out, you know, it's out and clean air everywhere. You don't gotta smell everybody's farts.
Well, maybe I shall visit Yokul one day and experience this fresh air.
You should. You come. Yeah, you listen. You come over to me and mine's. Mom, Pa fix you up real nice.
Well, that's very kind. Thank you, Turnip.
I want to
right.
wake up mid-turnip conversation every morning.
And as the rest of you come downstairs, she sort of says, "Oh, excellent. I was hoping you would be up fairly early this morning. I was just telling Turnip here. I was hoping that you could potentially visit Daggerford today,
Well, he's
or
going on a trip.
Daggerford is south.
pardon me.
How far is Daggerford?
Oh, Daggerford is it's a 3-day journey from Waterdeep. It's
Or why not?
it's along the tradeway. It's the one of the closer cities, and I think I have a friend there who I think can potentially help with your scrying issue. And I will give you some information as to his name and where he lives, and with my introduction, as it were, you shouldn't have a problem getting him to help you, and hopefully he can find a way to prevent whoever is scrying on you from scrying on you.
Oh, all right.
Worth a try.
Excellent. So, sorry, I'm just doing the math. It's 5 days travel to Daggerford. Pardon me. I just checked my math.
Okay. All right. I mean, there's some things I should take care of first, but I can be ready to go today.
Well, you can leave when you like. As I said, it's to help with the scrying, so hopefully it will be done sooner than later. But do what you feel needs to be done.
Getting
Yeah, the
creepy
sooner the
people's
better.
eyeballs off. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know Daggerford ain't near the ocean. Yeah, it's figured. We ain't never been there before.
Would I have passed through Daggerford on my way here? Because I came from way further south.
Probably it's right along the
road.
tradeway, which is the main road to come up
Oh,
here.
yeah. Oh my god, I pulled up the interactive map, and for the first time ever, it's loaded on my computer. Is this what you people have been living like? Oh my god. I can scroll in and see details.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Congrats.
Thank you. Okay, so I have been there before, probably just for like a day. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Eva will have some stuff she needs to take care of before we leave as well, so that can definitely go today.
So my
If
friend's
we're all
name
leaving the
is.
city, if we're all leaving the city, who will close the portals that open?
Well, I don't sense I've done a scry this morning, and I don't see any more of those stones, any more issues with portals, and hopefully, if one does open, the city guard will be able to handle it. I do think it's more important that you are protected from any kind of scrying. I'm very concerned about this. We won't really be able to do anything until you're protected, because if they know that you're coming, they can A, it's dangerous for you, and B, they can prevent us from stopping them.
They can lay traps. They can make our life
Change
harder.
course of action. Yeah.
Exactly.
You
my
mean
friend
they
in
could
Daggerford, his
prepare
name
for a
is.
proper.
Sorry, Chris, I keep stepping on you. Please go ahead.
No, it's okay. There's a bit of a delay between when I talk and when it broadcasts on my end, so I'm sorry about that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the way you describe it, it sounds like they would have time to prepare for us, and therefore we would have more worthy battles.
Oh my god.
Here we go
But
again.
these are not people who would play by your honorable rules. These are people who, instead of having worthy battles, would in fact move locations so that you would not be able to fight them at all. They will use trickery instead.
Yes, that is a problem. I suppose we should go see this friend in Daggerford.
Oh yes, people who use trickery can't be trusted.
She looks at you and she gives you like a little wink, like I've got it figured out.
What?
I do the
The
silent
friend that
like
you're going to
thank you.
visit, his name is Ackerley Randall. I've put it in chat for you so that you know the spelling.
Thank you.
Ackerley is an old school friend of mine, and he is an excellent wizard and has the capability of crafting small magical items. And he is also quite competent when it comes to protection spells. I think he is really the person to speak with. So I will send him a message to let him know that you're coming, and when you arrive in Daggerford, hopefully he will be able to aid you in some way. I don't know how he'll do it, and I do warn you, he is a bit unconventional, but I'm sure he'll be able to figure something out.
I look forward to it. And thank you.
No, thank you. What you're doing for the city and for the people here is much needed and very important.
Well, I do suppose most of them like not being killed by various creatures, so glad to help.
Okay, so you guys mentioned that there were a few things that you wanted to do in the city before you left. What do you want to do?
I was just gonna drop something off for work, but before that, I've written a little like article, and I want to run it by Hal because it's about him.
Excellent.
So I wanted to do a little feature on like hometown heroes to kind of give the city a little like all this crazy stuff is happening. Here's a little good to come out of it. And so I featured Hal as this brave warrior who's leading the charge on fighting back against these monsters and blah 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 blah. And so it's a lot of puffing him up because why not? But I will let him read over it before I take it in.
Giving Hal a lot of credit. I don't know how literate he is, but yeah, he'll
If there's
peruse
like
your
more than a
story
5-letter
and
word, I'll read it for him.
his probably only take from the whole thing is you should describe me as bigger.
How old are you?
I am. Did I fill it in here? No, of course not. He's like tall because I mean he's a Goliath.
Goliath,
I swear
right?
I wrote it somewhere.
So is he 6 something or is he 7 something?
He's probably almost 7 foot tall.
We'll call him 7 foot tall, just in the article.
And he is a hill giant Goliath, so he's pretty chunky. Like he's a very stocky guy.
Yeah, he's a stout man. All right, yeah, I'll describe him. Sure, for his sake, I'll add a couple inches on. Well, I guess I'm not giving exact height description. I'm not being like, and he is 6 foot, or I'm just gonna be like,
No,
I'll
but
just describe him as like a
anytime
big,
that you like
powerful
describe a scene, he just goes, "No, you should use the word towering."
man. Well, I can't keep using the word towering. You get repetitive and it sounds bad. But I'll come up with some others.
Something like that. Then,
Yes.
otherwise, it's good. I like it. It sounds heroic.
That is the goal. All right. I will finish this off and just drop it off at work, and that should be fine for a few days. Let them know I'll be gone. Alright.
Excellent. As per usual, when you swing by the office, it is bedlam. They are running around like crazy with all these portals and things that opening and fires to report on and all this kind of thing. It's absolutely nuts. Your editor sort of motions you over and says, "We published your last article. Good one, good one. I like that you're in the thick of this. Keep going. Keep getting in there. Do your investigative reporting and make sure we get the next big scoop. We're scooping them. We're scooping them."
And bring me photos of
Absolutely.
Spider-Man.
Yes. All right. Well, on that note, in the thick of sort of investigation, I have to go out of town related to this for a few days. But it's all tied into this. Don't worry.
All right, as long as you come back with a story.
You got it.
Good, good. And he takes your current story and he kind of looks it over and goes, "Towering, huh?
He's a huge man.
Interesting. Well, I like this. I like this spin. This is an interesting spin. We could turn this into a feature. Do once a week. Do a Hero of Waterdeep. Good idea. Good idea." And he
That's
takes
what I
the
was
paper and
hoping. Perfect.
sort of runs off and starts screaming at someone about layouts, and you understand implicitly you've been dismissed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who else
Oh,
has something to do in town before they leave?
I do, but happy to queue up if someone else wants to go before me.
I think it's all you. What do you want to
Okay.
do, Eva?
Eva needs to go
No, you're
to
Eva.
her. I am. Needs to go to her, visit her contact, and just let him know that she's going out of town, and to hold any jobs that come up.
Okay.
So to the bar. Happy to play a scene if you want to, but don't have to.
Yeah, let's do a little. Do you bring the others, or is this something you do on your own?
This is. It might be something she could bring the others into. She's a little uncomfortable about the idea of letting them in on that world for their protection.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she could be persuaded if the others are desperate to see.
That's a good question. What do the rest of you kind of split off, or do you go along with her, or?
I'm the nosiest bitch in the world, so I would go if allowed.
Okay, like if you want to see it, Eva's not going to stop you.
Hal's oblivious to everything around him, so he just goes, "Good luck. I will catch up with you guys at the gate. I have to stop by the house and raid the pantry."
Right.
Okay. So you are heading off to the bar.
Yep.
And when you get there, it's early in the morning, obviously, so it is probably closed for business, although not for realsies closed. And so you kind of go in the side door. There's the one that's always open that no one talks about.
Yep.
And inside, we haven't really been to your bar yet, have we? Do you want to describe it? Tell us what it looks like.
So we're in the lowest rent region of the lowest rent region of the city. This place is seedy as fuck. You watch all of your possessions at all times. It is the quintessential greasy spoon bar and restaurant. The kind of place that if someone would suggest you go there on an evening out, you'd have to be extremely drunk to even consider not immediately slapping them. It is the quintessential dive, shall we say. It's called Haga's House of Ribs.
How do you spell this?
Let me write this in. Copy the detail in chat.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't find your NPC name in your notes.
I sent it to you on the 25th of October on Discord if you want to have a.
Oh, it's in the Discord
back.
one. That's why.
Yeah.
Where the hell did it go?
if I do this, there you go. If you click that I just sent you, it should take you straight to the message.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. Yes. Oh, right. We didn't actually end up putting this. I thought it was. I was looking for a Word document. I thought you sent me a Word document, but you didn't. You just put it right in Discord. That's why.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay. So I guess he is. I'm going to bring him into the game so everyone can see him. He's there. Copy image. Or I'll just put him in the Discord chat for everyone to see him, I guess, because that's easiest. Here's our fella. There he goes. He loaded it now. And he is. Where would he be? The kitchen?
Probably, yeah. Like kitchen or like near the like management office. He runs the place, so.
Yeah, he's probably in the kitchen getting things prepped for the upcoming day. He's got a big slab of ribs and a butcher's knife, and he's cutting up the ribs. He seems to know that you're there, even though you've barely made a sound. Without sort of stopping the chopping motion that he's doing, he says, Eva, how's it going,
Chang,
my girl?
Still kicking, still making other people's problems.
Glad to hear it.
How did you cope with
you, did you?
I did indeed. How did you cope with the gargoyle situation?
We, barricaded the doors, and fortunately we had some people here who were able to hold their own.
Just as well. We've
Or,
kind of been in the thick of it.
Have
Trying
ya?
to deal with the thing. Indeed, trying to work out what the hell's causing them.
Well, I gotta say, it's not the most pleasant of situations. I got people looking into it, but no one seems to know anything.
Okay. Please give me a yell if you hear anything. I'm on that note, I'm gonna be going out of town for a couple of days, like a 10-day. So if you get any jobs for me, she kind of waggles her eyebrows slightly on that. Hold them for a little while. This kind of takes precedent.
Right? All right. I warn you now, though, it means it's going to your competition.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do it as well as I do, are they?
Confidence. Yeah, you're probably right.
I've got to have something. Right, take it easy. Back in 10, 12, 14 days, question mark.
All right, be careful out there.
I will do. You too.
And he gives you like a little just pat on your shoulder, which is like the most affection he's ever shown anyone that you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of get the impression that he actually does want you to be safe. And then he turns around and goes back to chopping up his meat. Manly gruff.
Yeah. Right, see you around. And then head out.
Okay. Anyone else want to stop by, swing past anything, do anything?
Hal's honestly just stopping at his house to raid the pantry, let his father know that he's leaving the city for a bit, and ask if Dimble has been around.
All right, so you head home, and things are kind of getting back into shape after the gargoyle attacks. There's still, obviously, there's bits of rubble and stuff around on the streets, but Waterdeep's a big city with a big infrastructure, and people are cleaning up, and things are starting to. You can still see evidence of it around, but it's being cleaned up. It's being dealt with. So you sorry, when you get to your home, like things are looking pretty good, and your home wasn't impacted too much in the first place by the gargoyle attack. And when you get there, Dimble is actually there with your dad, and they're sort of sitting shooting the shit and just like Dimple sees you coming and goes, ah, there he is. Been looking for you.
Dimple, you disappeared. I was fighting the gargoyles, and you vanished into the shadows as you do.
Yes, I bravely fought 12 of them. But I didn't want
I would have loved to
put
have
you at
seen
risk.
it.
It was very great. Yeah, I was a good fighter, and I fought them bravely.
Astounding. Next time I will have to be witness to it. Take me the next time you challenge these massive odds.
I wouldn't want to show you up, my good friend.
No, I can bask in your glory.
You can do. I wouldn't, like I said, I don't want to. You can. That's fine. How's it going with you?
Good. I am. An article is coming out about me. And he kind of like puffs up his chest and like raises his shoulders.
An article like in the paper?
I think so. I believe the person I've been working with works for a paper or a publish. I don't know, but she said she wrote something about me and it sounded good.
Your dad is like, "Ugh. I would love to see this article when it comes out. You'll have to make sure I get a copy."
I'll make sure to ask her. What do we have in the stores? And Hal's just like flinging open the pantry doors. Taking a look
Your
for
pantry is always
anything
full
that would.
because your dad is also a massive eater. So there's
Perfect.
always just like huge amounts of very filling food in there. And your dad says, I went shopping the other day. Help yourself."
Thank you. And I just start shoving stuff into like a haversack. I have to leave the city for a bit. We're on the hunt for a beast.
Well, good luck, son. I can't wait to hear about your travels. And Dimble sort of says,
Dimble, would you like to join us?
You're leaving for a week, huh?
No. You know what? It's probably best you stay here and help defend the city in my absence. I mean, 12 gargoyles. 12 gargoyles.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, you know what? I think I will stay here and defend. That's a good idea. You know what? I'm going to stay here and defend your dad. Is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to hang out with you and make sure that you're safe. And he sort of turns to and your dad's
Hal
like,
stops mid shoving something into his haversack and looks at Dimple and goes, "Dimple, don't be absurd. My father does not need defending."
You're right. Can I stay here anyway? And your dad's kind of like,
was he,
of course,
Dimple.
like,
Was he asking me or my father?
he's kind of asking you both.
Yeah, just share a look with my father, and I shrug my shoulders. Like, I mean, my room's free.
And yeah, your dad sort of says, like, what's, why do you wish to stay here, Dimble? Dimble's like, oh, I thought you might be lonely. And
Nonsense.
need
It's
the
because
company.
you attract such trouble, father, and he wants to be part of it.
Yes, that's the reason exactly. Uh-huh. And your dad sort of shrugs. He's like, well, you're always welcome, Dimble.
Whilst I'm gone, please let Mr. McManus know that I will not be available for any fights.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. We'll be talking to him on the regular, I'm sure.
Perfect. All right. Well, it's been great to see you. Obviously, I didn't stop by after the gargoyle attack because, I mean, what gargoyle could best either of you? But I will stop in and see you when I return.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, swing by when you come back, and
And then I do the 80s like forearm handshake with my father before
yeah. He gives you kind of like a solemn nod and like a good luck, son. And can you give me a perception check, please?
Sure. With my super high wisdom. There you go. Starting the new
that
year
is
strong, guys.
actually quite perfect. Yeah, you everything's fine and great. And you leave.
Perfect.
All right. And last but not least, Turnip, is there anything that you would like to do before you leave?
No, not
All
particularly.
right. So with that, you guys head on out of the city of Waterdeep, and I'll just bring you over. Oh my goodness. I love that they have these folders for the maps, but I really struggle to navigate through them. Here we go. So you guys are up here at Waterdeep. I almost said Waterloo. That's where I went to school. And you are traveling this down here to Daggerford. So as you see, it's not super far. I did measure it on my big map of measuring, and it is roughly a 5-day journey, just under a 5-day journey. And it's going to be a pretty easy journey to travel. You just go along the tradeway the whole way. There's no need for maps. There's not a lot of concern about bandits and things on the tradeway because it is patrolled by guards because there are a lot of people who travel along it. And so sort of, I guess, mid-morning-ish, you guys sort of separate, do your things, get together, do your things, and then head on out of Waterdeep. And leaving the city is, it's kind of exciting. You feel like you're going on a little bit of an adventure, heading off to a new town and
You
traveling
can
with people that you don't know super well, but you're beginning to trust, and you know that they're so far been quite reliable as you go.
you can all see that, like, as Eva's leaving town, as we're going out through the gates and like going out on the road, you can see she's becoming visibly more and more uneasy. She's like very at home inside the city walls, and this is entirely new for her.
Awesome. Has she ever left the city before?
No, nope.
Amazing.
Oh,
You think far too highly of Hal's perception.
Okay, the others can tell that she is
Yeah.
entirely
You've never left the city before.
No, I've never needed to. Born there,
Like, never
raised
even
there,
stepped out.
worked
Like, is this
there.
the furthest you've ever been?
Pretty much, yeah.
Holy shit. Phenomenal. Your feet are going to be very sore.
Oh, wonderful. Not looking forward to that.
And they are. By the time lunchtime hits, you realize you've been walking for a really long time. You stop, you take a bit of a rest. This is yeah. That's like the perfect picture. You take a break at lunch, and you guys are sort of sitting, having your first meal outside of Waterdeep, sort of sitting along the side of the road. You've pulled your food out of your packs, and just a small comfortable lunch. This is probably actually fresh food because you don't have to dive into rations yet. Everything can be kept fresh at this point. And you're just sort of sitting enjoying your meal. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's summertime. It's not too hot. And you're just sitting relaxing, enjoying the atmosphere around you. When I should show you. I've got a roadmap for you here. The Tradeway. This is a little bit of a smaller road. It's probably a bit bigger, but I kind of like the vibe of this picture. Um, because here's the thing about the Sword Coast is once you get outside of the major settlements, there's not a whole lot. There's not a lot of little villages and stuff in between, and so you really do get these big expanses of road that are just covered in forests and rocks, and it's quite lovely, but it's also fairly isolated. And you're only a half a day outside of Waterdeep at this point, but you're probably already past the farms that exist outside of Waterdeep, and you're sort of starting to get into more of this wilderness type area. Let's do just a little, like a really brief little check-in with everyone. And so if you remember, this is something I started doing in my other campaigns, where just kind of tell me where your character's head's at. How are they feeling about what's happening? Any insight you want to give people? I think Eva's kind of given us a little bit of insight as to, she's feeling a bit uncomfortable right now because of her being out of the city for the first time in her life. So maybe we'll start with you, Eva. How are you? How's your head? Where's she at?
Eva is still nervous as hell. Like, she's trying to see everything with city eyes, like watching for danger, and yeah, it's not working out for her. She's getting increasingly stressed as we're going.
Every time like a squirrel runs by, it's like,
Every
well,
single noise is like, what the hell is that? Every single thing going over, what the fuck is that?
Interesting. I like that. I like that take. Speaking of which, I have forest noises to add. Come on. There we go. What about
Don't
Cora?
like how quiet it is. What's going on?
I feel like Cora prefers the city. She likes the noise and the bustle and all of the people that she can watch. But she's not uncomfortable out here. She walked this road a year ago, this exact trail. So I think she's keeping an eye out constantly in the sky for like that little scrying eyeball. That's what's making her nervous. But other than that, I think she's excited to do something new with these people who are so far weird and wonderful.
Awesome. Turnip.
Oh, he's having a great time. Loves being outdoors. He lived his life outdoors.
I was gonna say, this is probably like in the city, you're kind of the one who doesn't know the things, but now that you're outdoors, you're probably the one who's able to like light the fires and set up the tents and actually do the useful things.
Say it. Y'all smell that? That's clean
No.
air.
I don't smell anything. I hate it.
It's
Awesome.
so much better than the dog ward, though.
Anything's better than the smell in the dock ward. What about Hal? How's Hal doing?
I think Hal's just sort of leisurely strolling along with the group. He's letting the sun just like he's basking his face in the sunlight and just breathing deeply of like the woods and the scent of flowers on the air, and lost in a daydream of absolutely destroying a caravan of bandits on the side of the road. He's dreaming for the moment that we get jumped on this walk.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that he's in a peaceful, idyllic scene and all he wants is to like get into a fight. Okay, so yeah, you guys finished your lunch. You get up and you keep walking, and at the end of the day, you put down your tents, you establish a watch order. We don't need to worry about that for tonight. And, keep an eye on things, and Eva spends her first night out in the woods.
Eva will also need guidance on how to put up a damn tent, because, again, she's never had to do that.
So, thank goodness you got Turnip there to
All right,
assist.
all right. Let me teach you. You see, you want to drive this. You're gonna want to drive this stake into the ground, right? Then you put the pole up in right here. Okay, there you go. You get the ropes. There you go. You tie it down. There you go.
Awesome.
Eva like follows as best she can and is still very much like out of her element.
I like to think a strong wind would blow over your tent as well.
Probably.
I mean, I'll help her. I would help her put it up if it just looks tragic.
Help her put it up so it's not gonna fall over the first sign of trouble. A breeze.
Like I'll run it through myself.
I don't
Awesome.
think Hal bothers to put up a tent. I think he's just gonna sleep under the stars.
Okay.
and
Yeah.
he'll offer to take first watch, and all he does is keep rewrapping the handle of his greatsword. Like he'll wrap it and then unwrap it, and then wrap it and then unwrap it. Just the entire watch.
Okay.
Yeah, just a precaution. If you're gonna do that, just make sure you cover up your ears when you sleep. You know, some things like to crawl inside sometimes. You know, my boy, back in the day, my boy Matthew, we was camping outside one night, and a spider just crawled up in his ear and bit his ear. And he just bit his eardrum.
That
Swelled up to
sounds.
swelled to the size of a melon.
His
I
eardrum.
mean, that sounds
Yep,
horrible.
right there,
but
two fang. It's got shit right there, size of a melon. His hearing really, the swelling subsided, but we didn't think it was too like venomous, poisonous, whatever you call it. But yeah, he never quite heard right after that night.
Well, it likely ruptured his eardrum.
I don't know what that means, but we just had to scream on his left side. For the rest.
I suppose that's one solution, yes.
Oh dear. Okay. So, Chang, if you don't have inspiration, please take it. I'm like crying laughing.
It's funny. Humans get one every long rest anyway. So
Oh, right.
yeah, I could give it to somebody though. I think
There you go. Who do you want to give it to?
I'll give it to. Okay, hold on. Let me roll a. How many? I rolled D3, left to right on my screen.
Alright.
All right, Chris, you got one.
I was hoping it would be him because he needs it the most.
I was gonna say I'm gonna need it for my death saves, so I'll take it.
Okay, so the next day you wake up and start back on your journey, and it's a pretty uneventful day. You walk, you pass other travelers on the road. You are still close enough to Waterdeep that there are people that pass by, and mid-afternoon you see an interesting sight at the side of the road. I'm gonna put up a picture for you here. It's a small little creature, sort of covered in a cloak and a hood, even though it's summertime, with a bit of a mask on its face. It appears to be trying to sort of hide its identity, but you can tell from the snout that this is clearly a kobold. It's not the best disguise. And there's a little wagon that it's kind of pulling along behind it. And this wagon, it's got sort of like curtains down, but like I said, it's currently sort of pulled over to the side of the road. And when it sees you coming, this little kobold, he like pulls the curtains up and says,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rick Rack's Trove of Treasures. Come step right up and take a look at all of my wares.
I'm immediately going over.
Oh no,
Same.
don't do that. Don't do that. No.
My interest is so peaked.
No, it's all right. Look, we ain't interested. You see what you gotta do on the road. You can't look them in the eye, cause that denotes that you're interested. You don't want to do that.
I'm very much interested in what this clear person has to offer.
Oh, your funeral.
Yeah.
What did he say his store was called?
Pardon me?
What did he say his store was called? Sorry.
It's called Rick Rack's Trove of Treasures.
Oh my god.
and you step up to this little wagon, and it's full of. It looks like things that have fallen off the back of wagons. And I mean that literally, not as in stolen goods, but as in like bent spoons.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
You can call it junk. Junk is an acceptable word.
It does. It looks a lot like junk. And it looks like things that he's literally just picked off the side of the road and put on his wagon. Can I please get perception checks from everyone?
Perception.
Wow, guys.
Oh, I shouldn't have had a guidance there, but 16.
Okay. Cora, I'm gonna whisper you something that you have noticed.
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, how many legs? Oh, that was eyes. Fuck.
So Cora has come over to the wagon. Have any of the rest of you come over to take a look?
Eva's come over with her.
Eva's come over with her?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of grab her wrist as we're walking. Not like in an urgent way, but just to like, careful.
I think
Eva
Hal
cocks her head to you.
heeds Turnip's guidance and just averts his eyes.
Okay. So Helen, the men stand back while the women go shop. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, that's usually the case.
All right. Cora and Eva, you guys head on over to this little wagon. And as you get close, this merchant, Rick Rack is clearly his name. He picks up one of these like this bent spoon, and he says,
Look, looks like a bent spoon, but always points to the north.
and he
Which
like
direction is it currently pointing?
lays it down and like holds a spoon. You can't tell which direction it's pointing because it's bent.
I guess he's not wrong. There's like 3 points on it.
Exactly. It's got to be northish in some direction.
Magical. Ah. Look.
Fascinating.
Also, have this scarf. Lady's scarf, very pretty for the ladies, yes. Made of beautiful silk-like material. Silk-adjacent material. And blows in the wind.
And he like holds it up and like blows. And the scarf sort of flutters.
Oh, magical blowing scarf, yes.
As he's doing that and kind of distracting himself with blowing on the scarf, I'm gonna very quietly try to whisper to Eva, I think the heart is alive.
Eva like stop mid-step and like take a half step backwards and like yeah, I'm sorry, we've got plenty of stuff.
I have so many scarves, it's incredible.
Hourglass that always tells 1 minute less than an hour for when you're running late.
Not sure that would help.
I don't know about that one.
It's like setting your clock a minute early so that a minute late, a minute early. Yeah, so that way you think it's a minute later than it is, and it's not, and then you're on time. Yes. Ooh.
Intriguing. This one might be the most tempting yet. What else have you got?
Pair of glasses with correct lenses. Looks like broken, not broken. Lets you see the world from different perspective.
From a broken perspective.
Like a kaleidoscope.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy and have like a little spark of lights and be like, look, I can do the same thing.
Oh, that's pretty.
Tell me more about your.
Look, I have more magic items. Ring that lets you attract people because you're pretty.
Fascinating. Tell me more about the wagon you've got. Is that for sale?
No, can't sell my wagon. It's a wagon. It's built special for me, so I can pull it because I'm short of stature, but big in deals.
Short of stature, big in deals needs to be the sign on the side of his wagon.
I know. I kind of want to make him a slogan. That's fantastic.
That's amazing.
If only I'd pressed the digitation, I could put it on the side. That's so funny. You know, unfortunately, I think I've actually got one of everything that you're selling right now, so I'm gonna have to pass.
You mustn't. You probably don't have this.
And he pulls out a cup.
Magic cup.
Yes. What does the cup
Fills
do?
with water when you pour water into it. Ooh.
Wow, it's
Incredible.
amazing what they can do with magic these days.
I know, this is
This
power
one-
beyond my comprehension.
This one is its pair. These come in pair. This one cracked.
Oh, so when you pour water into it, you don't get water in that one. They're opposites.
Exactly.
Incredible. Truly miraculous. I can actually see a sort of sleight of hand magician set being put together right here.
Oh, don't even need sleight of hand. Just need my magic items. What you pay for it? Come on, I know you want something. How about pretty necklace? This one nice.
What does that one do?
This one. If it is sunny, the
Mhm.
stone in it will blind your opponents with its glare. You know,
If I was
just
5% more of an asshole, I have blindness prepared. I'm not going to do anything. I was just a little bit more of an asshole. No, I'm really tempted. No, I won't.
And he sort of looks over at the guys.
He says, "Come, you interested too? I have weapons."
Hal,
Yes?
there's some cups here I think you'd be fascinated by.
I mean, at the mention of weapons, Hal, it's like that anime thing where it's a tear of dust, and he's standing right next to him. You said weapons.
Yes. Look, this dagger disguised as butter knife.
Yes, I mean, that is quite something. He kind of holds it between his thumb and his pointer finger, and he's like, I'm a little large for that one, perhaps. Do you have something more to my stature?
A left shoe that is quite large. It make it so you can hop.
I've seen someone be rather vicious with a shoe before.
Yes, you could use it
Must
as
have gone
weapon
for the shoe.
also. Big shoe.
And he's slapping his hand with it.
Clubs that no one see coming. Ooh.
Here's the old
I
shoe
was
filled with
actually
rocks.
thinking
trick.
more as a ranged object. You kind of throw it at somebody and
Yes. Arrow disguised as shoe.
oh, intriguing. How much for the magical shoe?
Is 2 gold pieces.
I'll give you 1.
Is a deal. You take
Lovely.
stinky
And I grab the
shoe.
shoe. I kind of hold the shoe up to the sky and examine it from different directions.
It is
Fantastic.
a rather smelly, dirty shoe. Looks like it's got a
100%.
little bit of weight to it. Good for lobbing.
We'll add dirty shoe to my inventory.
Wow, 1 gold for that incredible weapon. This truly is. You are big in deals, as you said.
Yes. Big in deals, correct. You see anything you like, pretty lady?
So much, but unfortunately, I'm not as wealthy as my friend here.
I cut you special deal.
And he winks at you.
I want to buy something stupid from this guy just because. I don't even know.
See, Shauna, this is the problem with playing intelligent characters, is you don't get to buy stupid junk from random kobolds.
I can buy stupid junk from random kobolds because I choose to. Ooh, interesting. Fascinating. Does no one else see that? No one else.
No.
I'm so intrigued. I want to buy something.
Okay. Any of the items have grabbed your interest, or would you like there to be something else there for you to purchase?
Give me 1 more stupid item.
One more stupid item.
I have this magic coin.
It is
Ooh.
a copper piece. Hal's throwing. You just hear thunk behind you as Hal throws the shoe into a tree.
And the kobold says, "Oh, good. That would have dropped your enemy, sir." This
It
magic.
doesn't miss. It's amazing. It like
I want-
homes in on the target.
I want Hal to get a kill with the shoe so badly.
I know. We'll call it 1d4 points of damage, bludgeoning, Hal, if you ever do want to use it.
Oh, I'm adding it to the sheet right now.
Yes, magic coin.
It's a copper piece.
How much is he selling it for?
It's a silver. Use it to befuddle your enemies. No, better. Is magic decision-making coin.
Oh.
Ask the coin what you should do, yes or no. Flip coin, it tell you answer. Heads is yes, tails is no.
You know what? Fuck it. Sure, I'll buy it.
Oh, good choice. Good choice. Enjoy your decision-making coin. Never not know what to do ever again.
I love the decisiveness. I'm adding that to it. So it was 1 silver for a copper.
Yes.
I love this little go-getter. I'm adding magic decision-making coin to my inventory.
Awesome.
What about you, sir? You find anything of interest on my cart? I have you look like outdoorsy person. Maybe you like outdoorsy things? I have hammer of bludgeoning.
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, he's talking to you, Turnip.
Oh. No, I'm not interested. I ain't interested. It's all right. I'm squared away.
No, very well, I understand. You have no money, is fine. But you, lady,
And he's looking at Eva now.
you look like you have some coin to spend and look at all these beautiful things when you get a chance like this again.
I could maybe
You
be
want to-
interested in that dagger.
You want to flip my coin to see if you should buy it?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Oh, first
Oh.
decision of coin.
Oh, that's a 1. That's a heads. That's yes.
Heads means yes.
Let me just flip that one more time.
Oh, you should definitely buy it.
Once more for sample size. I want to see it actually flip a tail for once.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Okay. How
be
much to
dangerous if
the?
you only
the
told me
knife?
to do things.
2-1 decision here. Yes.
Mm.
You wish magic dagger? Look
Mhm.
like a butter knife?
Mhm.
Obviously, disguise magic very powerful. 1 gold piece.
Mm. Yeah, I think I can part with a gold piece.
Oh, excellent decision. Coin leads you well.
And you get your dagger disguised as a butter knife. And
He say, thank you, Rick Roxy. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your items. I'll be leaving now. Come on.
Thank
and he starts to walk away, and you notice he's not pulling the cart, but the cart is trundling along behind him.
I mean, Hal is distracted with throwing a dirty shoe around, and I have to ask real quick: am I proficient in dirty shoe?
You know what? Yes, yes, you are.
Sweet.
I mean, it's kind of an improvised weapon, but I guess you could call it a simple weapon, and then everyone's got it. So
Well, let's use
Yeah.
dagger stats for it. So whatever the thrown properties are in a dagger, I think it's 20.
2040, I think.
That's what I was thinking too. 2040,
2060?
something like that.
5e tools. Let me have a look.
From the compendium here.
I switched the damage to bludgeoning just because
Yeah,
it seems to
exactly.
make more sense.
If you guys don't think I'm going to use this coin for literally every important decision in the campaign, you're dead wrong.
If you guys don't think I open up every combat lobbing a shoe at somebody, like,
Yeah.
get
Kirsty,
outta
you
here.
just changed the course of this campaign.
What have I done?
I'm already, my magic or my holy symbol is already a coin. This was perfection.
Oh yeah, Timora, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Eva. Yes, 2060. Okay. Alrighty. So that is your encounter for the day.
Incredible.
And your the little cart trundles off, and before long, he is well behind you as you guys continue on your journey. The rest of the day is uneventful, although you do have fun playing with your new magic items. Everyone got a toy except for Turnip. Very sensibly didn't get fleeced by the little kobold.
Is it fleeced when you are well aware of it?
Well, you still bought it, didn't you?
It was an investment in entertainment. Well
There
worth
you go.
it.
An investment in entertainment. You're as wise as he
Petition for that shoe to have the club mastery of slow as well. The
Yes.
sheer shock of I have been hit by a shoe.
I want our big bad to just get, like, mid-epic speech to just get clocked in the face by this smelly shoe.
I already have that weapon proficiency, so it's perfect.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Because
you can
I had it for the
absolutely do that.
javelin.
Oh,
Absolutely do that.
phenomenal.
That's hilarious. The smell sends them reeling.
Mm.
I've
The
actually
disrespect of
named
being.
it in my character sheet. I've given it the name Smelly Shoe.
And look, you're gonna
Your first high attack roll ever.
It's my main weapon now. Screw the greatsword. We're just throwing shoes.
All right, and on this note, I think what we will do is we will take our break here. We're a little bit early, but we have a combat coming up, and I'd rather not break mid-combat. So let's take 10 here. We'll meet back at 1:30-ish, and we will pick up from there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So we have just finished our little encounter with our little interesting little kobold friend here. He has trundled off into the distance, and you guys have you spend another night out on the road. Another day of resting, and another night of resting after a long day's walk. Your feet, especially Eva, not used to walking these kinds of distances. You're probably in a little bit of pain. Some of you have got blisters, and all the fun things that go along with traveling for 2 days. But I like to think the group is still in pretty good spirits. The weather has been pretty decent. You haven't had any rain or anything like that, and so it's not unpleasant in that way, and the scenery is certainly quite nice. And on the third day in the morning, as you are traveling, what's everyone's passive perceptions? I actually don't have them. Usually I have them written down, and I don't have them here.
15.
15 here as well.
15.
To
Turnip, what
nobody's
about you?
surprise, it is 12.
I'm
That feels
shocked.
wrong.
Mm.
So, passive perception.
Yeah, your passive perception, please.
It's in my nameplate. 10.
Oh, so it is. Thank you.
That's some of
Okay.
the old traditions.
I appreciate that. Alrighty, so as you guys are traveling down the road, you see what up ahead looks to be a bit of a crumbling tower on top of a small rise. And it looks like this was probably set up as a watchtower at some point and then has just been let go. You don't think much of it, but Cora and Eva, as you guys get closer, you notice the cobwebs. And because of that, you guys are not surprised by the giant spiders as they come out towards you. Move to this page. Yeah, giant spiders come out and attack you. Everyone roll initiative, please.
Can we reposition? Because I doubt Eva would be wanting to be at the front of any group walking through the.
Absolutely. I just drag tokens on, so move where you feel would be appropriate.
I feel like we keep Hal in the front.
Yeah.
Hal doesn't even notice that you guys put him in the front. He's just constantly walking there, and you guys just trail back behind him, and he's just like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
Combat music is a go. Is that playing?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So my giant spider is going to come crawling out of here, and I think it's gonna go for Eva here, and it's going to do a web attack on you. 12, I don't believe will hit.
I don't believe it does. Let me just double check my sheet.
Like
So I have too many windows open. Yeah, 16 is my AC, so no.
Okay. Cora, you are up next.
Okay. I remember how to play. I will bonus action, just kind of as a jump reaction. I kind of like jump as the spider comes out, and then out of kind of where I jumped, I almost shimmer, and my duplicity pops out.
Awesome.
And she will like almost step out of me, and just where is it? Do I have a fake me? I thought there was one.
I thought we had set you up with one, but it doesn't seem to be working. I just tried dragging it out. It came out as a blank token, so give me a second and I will just disconnect it from you.
Thank you.
Character, none. All right, there you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna step out of me and then step right here and walk up to the spider. Actually, and as I walk forward, I will cast Bless on the group. I'll keep me out of it. That's fine. Everyone is blessed but me. So everyone can add a d4 to their attack rolls and saving throws.
Awesome, thank you.
And then I'm going to back up over here. No, that's closer to that one. Ugh, there's no good places to stand. I'll go right here. And the 3.
Alrighty, Turnip, you are up.
All right. I know Ava's not good on the front line, so I'm going to go engage that spider to the south. I'll use my bonus action to summon my weapon. And then I'll use my action to cast Mirror Image. As I always do.
I was gonna say I'm sensing a theme here with your casting, but I like it.
This is the true evasive tank.
You're right.
Warlocks make fantastic dodge tanks.
Mm.
And that's me.
Okay. Giant spider is gonna clamber over the wall. I'm down here. I don't know why I made that sound for a giant spider, but that's the sound they make now. And it is going to go for it's gonna go for Turnip. Why not? And it's also gonna try and throw a web. Whoopah!
Yeah.
That's gonna hit. Do you want to do your multiplicity thing for me?
It's a clone.
It's the clone. So this web comes out and like
360.
wraps around the clone, and the clone vanishes.
Oh, is this the new updated version? Because you roll a d6 for each duplicate, and if any is 3 or higher, it hits the duplicate instead.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh. That's interesting. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
What?
it doesn't matter for this one, but that's good to know
No.
for our next rolls, because we've just been doing 1d6, I think.
Yeah.
That will end the giant spider's turn, and it is Eva's turn.
Okay. Eva is going to back off over this direction and throw. Yep, throw dagger at this one. Throw like the summoned dagger.
Okay.
So, blade. 17.
17's a hit.
Yay! So let's do some damage.
For 8. Nice.
And then, thanks to the Vex property, she will throw the second dagger at the same target with advantage.
Nice. Yep. That's gonna hit.
For an additional 12 damage.
Vex
Nice.
is so good for rogues.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing for this.
Yeah, it really is.
Sorry, what was that about mirror image?
Oh, you roll a d6 for each duplicate you have,
No, you don't.
rather than rolling a single one.
No, you don't. I just put it up in the chat room. It's anytime you get hit with an attack, then you roll.
Yeah, each time it hits you, you roll a d6 for each of your duplicates. If any of them is 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit instead of you.
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, just for future reference.
So I
Yeah,
rolled 2d6.
yeah, it doesn't make a difference in that circumstance, but it's something to remember for future.
Yeah, so next time you roll a 2d6.
Okay, that is me done.
Alrighty. This giant spider is gonna come over here. I'm determined to web somebody. Hal. I'm sorry, it's coming at
Bring it
you.
on, I'm ready. Let's go.
Oh no!
That's a web.
Alright. So you are restrained by the webbing. You can use your action to destrain. And that will end its turn. And this one is going to dupe Cora's right there, so it is going to attack her with a bite.
Oh
Ooh.
no! Oh.
It hits.
agonizing.
How smart they're pretty wise, these guys. I mean, they're hunter spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a contested. I'll do a wisdom, and you do give me a performance.
One day I'll be proficient in performance.
You gotta beat a 16.
Oh boy.
You can do it.
A 6.
Aw.
Does that count?
No.
Okay. Close.
So it's going to realize that this is not a real thing, or at least that this is not food.
Well, no one got crit on, so I
Mm.
did my job.
All right, Hal. Starting off strong by being restrained.
Oh, that's
The good
okay.
news is you can still
I am-
throw a shoe.
I'm thinking about it. This probably doesn't count as a grappled condition. This is restrained. So I
Yeah.
will use my bonus action to give myself advantage on a strength athletics check using Peerless Athlete. And I will attempt to break free.
Cool. Okay.
A 60.
That will do it.
All right. And then I am going to move. Yeah, I'll move here, and that will end my turn.
All right. My spider is back. I'm gonna roll a little d6 here. Okay. And it is going to try and attack Turnip here with its bite. 17 Turnip. That'll hit, I believe. So let's get your 2d6s.
Oh, come on.
No problem. So you're down to 1 mirror image, but unharmed.
One time I rolled good on 6s.
Mhm.
Cora.
All right. None of them are hurt except for the one that's dead, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I will just toll the dead on the one that is on this one. So I'll get a
Okay.
wisdom save. DC 13.
That's a fail for
Sorry
me.
about that.
All right. So that roll the dead. So that is 6 necrotic damage.
Alrighty.
And then I, being so brave, a ferocious warrior, I'm going to back up over here.
Mhm.
It's tactic. It's
Yeah,
you guys
tactics,
wouldn't
yeah.
understand. Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's it for me.
Alright, Turnip.
Alright, I'll start swinging.
Alrighty, have at it. 17 to hit.
17? 7.
7.
1 and 2, 5 and 6.
Okay. So first blade at the one by Turnip, I guess. Try and get them out of. No, I'll go for the one up top and leave Hal the free run for the other one. So yeah, one up north, taking
Okay.
a shot at him. Normal shot. 15.
That will hit.
Okay. So that is. Assuming I play. Actually, I didn't untick sneak attack. I'm not sure how you want to rule that with the duplicate.
It is aware that the duplicate is not an ally. It's
Sure.
going over it at this point, so I don't think it
Sure.
would count.
That's
So we'll
fine.
just
That
take
is fine.
one
So yeah,
down.
9. 9, that's fine. And then I'll do sneak attack on the second one, hopefully. Assuming it's still alive. So.
And you're attacking the same one?
Same target.
Gotcha, okay. How do you kill this one?
Again, just like blade, like straight between the mandibles, just straight in, leaves no mark, straight down. Same as the attack for the previous one.
Awesome.
And she's just happy, like standing here, like she's crouched, like just running interference to make sure nothing gets past her to Cora. And that is her turn.
Okay, so this one has used its web. Let's see if it gets it back. Oh, it does.
Bring it on. Let's go.
Here we go. Web. Oh no!
That hits.
Sorry.
This is what Hal's here for. He distracts enemies while you guys kill them. That's what he does.
Yeah.
All right, it's this guy's turn. We're just gonna close that. Milo, get your face off my keyboard. All right, Hal.
I still have advantage on athletics checks, so I will attempt to break free.
Okay. You do?
17.
You break free once again.
I don't think there's anything I could do with my bonus action, so
You're crushing it.
I'll just walk here. I will end my turn there.
Okay, this giant spider is once again going to try and bite Hal. It's very confused as to why it's not succeeding. 19 will hit. Get your last d6 going there.
Nice.
Oh!
Yeah.
So your mirror images are gone, but you still haven't taken a hit. Cora is up.
Oh, fuck. Me already. Alright. I will toll the dead on the one by Turnip. I feel like Hal needs to kill the one there. You know, I feel like he needs something. So, sorry, one moment. So just toll the dead on... Motherfucker! The one down.
Sorry, I'm muted. Which one was that on? That was by the one...
The one by Turnip, because I was like, oh, it's hurt. It'll take the higher die. So that's a 2 necrotic damage, if you don't mind.
Right,
Yeah, you guys could say I'm carrying the team. Anyway, I think I'm good where I am. I have a nice wall of people in front of me, so that's good.
All right, turn up.
Alright, let's see if we can finish it off. I'll roll a 1 and a 2. 18s.
Oh. Yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna hit.
Yeah, no.
6. Oh, it's still alive.
Okay, let's make the difference there, shall
All
we?
your weight. Bang.
Throw the blade at at Turnip's target.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. I mean, Eva, what happens?
just like bisects it, just like takes off 2 of its legs with a single slice through,
Oh, awesome.
and then wheels around and is gonna throw the offhand at this one over here.
Okay.
Myth and hit
11
Hal.
That one's
Yeah.
gonna miss, unfortunately.
Sure. Okay, and that will do for me.
Okay. You've broken free of this giant spider twice, so it's gonna come over and actually try and bite you. So
Coward.
it scuttles over to you and makes a bite attack.
That hits.
18. How do I roll so well against you and so poorly against everyone else?
Oh my.
7 and
Oh
15.
no.
Oh no, you have to make a con save. You could resist the poison damage still.
Yeah. Thank goodness for bless.
Mhm.
I mean, it was only
So,
DC 11 and I rolled a 13. I mean,
Yeah, that's
less is
true.
nice, but I had it.
Yeah, you were so good and so brave, Hal. I'm so proud.
So you're only gonna take half
See,
that
now
poison
he's-
damage.
Now he's put me in a difficult position because he closed the distance and I can't throw a shoe at him.
Alright, Hal, what are you gonna do?
I guess I'm gonna drop the shoe and draw the greatsword.
Okay.
Terrible.
You can
I
actually,
swing with the
now that like
greatsword.
stowing and putting away, you can actually just put away the shoe. You don't have to drop it anymore. They got rid of that stupid mechanic.
Oh,
Thank
really?
fuck.
Okay, well, I will tuck the shoe back into my belt and draw the greatsword. Just angry about it the whole time.
You got this great weapon and you haven't been able to use it.
Well, that hits.
Should hope so. I'm just angry, so I'm gonna smite as well. Like, he's just pissed off. I'm gonna use my paladin smite, the one I get on the rest. So it'll be 13 slashing and 2 radiant.
Oh.
You're terrible. 2
Hmm.
months.
Oh.
Your rolls. What is happening?
Somebody's got to roll bad, and I would like it to be me instead of anybody who's useful in this party.
You're useful. I mean, I guess you're useful as a tank.
I'm here to take hits. What I do.
You're doing it so well. I'm just gonna toll the dead again and roll
Okay.
well. Okay, that's not wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save.
That succeeds, so nothing happens. I'm good. Right here. Is there anything else I can do to help out? Not really.
Alright, Turnip.
All right. Back him up. That's a 13.
That's gonna miss.
Okay.
Okay. I will throw the dagger.
Alright.
Level 5 can't come soon enough.
Mm.
Soon. That's gonna hit.
Thank fuck for Eve. I
For
think she's
16.
killed all of them.
I kind of have. Then second attack with advantage.
That's
For
gonna hit.
5 more psychic.
Oh, how do you kill it?
Again, like straight between the mandibles.
Awesome. So, having defeated all of these spiders, you kind of stop to catch your breath. It's not crazy unusual to see creatures coming in and moving in on the tradeway, just because, you know, there are people here, and where there's people, there's food. And so, yeah, but you've definitely, not only have you saved yourself, you probably saved the next batch of travelers that come through some trouble, as these creatures probably would have done some serious harm otherwise. Anything you guys want to do before we move things along?
I'll just take a little peek in the tower to see if there's anything interesting, but other than that, not really.
Yeah, worth a look.
Yeah. Go ahead and go take a little peek in the tower. While I turn off this combat thing. There we go. Yeah, so Cora, you go and you take a little look inside the tower, and you do see there's like a ball of webbing that is wrapped up inside this tower. It is it's a ball of webbing. That's what you see.
Odds that's a person in there.
Possible.
Alive still? Oh, disgusting goo.
Feel like there's one way to find out.
Be my guest.
If you want to back up, I'll take a look then. She summons
sure
a
do.
dagger and uses it to try and slash open the ball.
Duke me will pat you on the shoulder and cast guidance.
Thank you.
Yeah, you slash open the ball. That's what I was looking for. And when it when you slash it open, you do see a very deceased person inside. They look to have been a traveler. And they're actually still wearing like a backpack, and their clothing, you know, it looks like they were just sort of basically captured off the road, pulled in, wrapped up, and stored in this ball.
Okay. Eva will like grab the backpack and then anything else obviously visible on their on their body, like any other personal effects, and
Alright,
bring them
can you
out to the
please
group.
give me a let's call it an investigation check.
Okay. I have
You are guided.
guidance, I believe. Thank you very much. Investigation. Oh, yeah, it's only a 6. I didn't have advantage on that, unfortunately.
Okay. You take a look at the body, and you pull off the backpack. You go through the pockets. There's some like a belt pouch with. Sorry, I'm just generating here. 20 copper pieces in it. Not a whole lot of money. In the backpack is your basic traveler gear. There's a tent strapped to it, like just one of those small ones, a bedroll, and then some rations that are, you know, everything's pretty gross. There is nothing really inside that gives you any idea to this person's identity. There's no journal or anything like that with a name in. And you're not sure that you would ever be able to put a name to whoever this unfortunate person was.
That's a shame.
Unfortunate.
I suggest we take a little break to, you know, bury them and then head on the road.
That sounds good to me. Hal, do you want to come help us? You're strong.
Hal kind of like wanders over, sort of a little more wobbly than he normally is, as his body tries to like stave off the poison from the spider.
Oh.
Yep, I can help. What are we doing?
Are you all right? Do you need some?
I'm fine. I am traveling with the strongest of companions. You inspire me all. And then he kind of like plants his greatsword into the ground and leans on it for a moment. Right, what are we doing?
Exhuming a body?
Yeah, this guy here was another victim of the spiders. I think it would be wise to put him to rest properly before we head on.
Yes, that is a wise decision. Does anyone have a shovel?
Good question.
No?
No.
Alright, let's start collecting some rocks then, I suppose.
Was there a shovel in his pack?
Sure, why not? He's got one of those little travel shovels.
There you go.
Does he happen to have a dagger in there too? Because I don't have any to spare.
Yes,
before you were even aware of it, Eva has handed you a dagger, practically.
Perfect. And yeah, Hal will dig a 6 foot deep, like it's gonna take a while, but he's gonna dig a proper grave, place this guy in it, and in his hands he's got the dagger clutched between both fists, laying on his chest. And then he'll kneel over the grave and say a few words and start piling this oil on.
Okay. Turnip, I sent you a whisper in chat. And yeah, you guys, it takes probably a couple of hours to awesome. It takes a couple of hours to, you know, sort of dig the hole, and you know, put the body in to put it at rest, and then cover it back up again. You probably need a little bit of a breather afterwards. Turnip, can you just join me in secrets for 30 seconds?
Ooh.
Sure.
This always kills me. I'm so nosy.
Yeah.
I want to be a fly on the wall.
I'm really enjoying playing just a oblivious character.
It's so
Hal
fun.
is wonderful. I'm loving this character.
I think I only have two. I'm all the extremes. I either have like the highest wisdom in the group, or I play an absolute dumbass who's never had a thought in their life.
This is only my second character where I've been able to play somebody with like wisdom as a dump stat, and
Yeah,
it
your other
still
one.
doesn't count because it's only a 0.
Your other wisdom as a dump stat had high intelligence, though.
Yes, she was a real bitch.
Oh my god, I miss her. She was the fucking worst person I've ever met, and I love her. And our characters were
Imagine a
going to kill
super
one another,
smart
though.
with a wisdom dump noble.
Yeah, she was egotistical as fuck and thought everyone was stupid, and then couldn't be convinced otherwise because she was so stupid. It was so funny. You got in so much trouble with like the law and various people just because you pissed everyone off. It was so good.
Because she was taught to think that she was above it all because she was a noble.
And then
Just
we went
look
to
at
a
what's going
holy
on in the
city, and you
States.
tried to convince them that gods weren't real.
Okay, so Turnip, do you want to describe anything to the group as to?
Yeah, I'll sort of just sort of pinch my temples with my hand at this point, and I say, something bad just happened to me. I ain't ever felt
What?
like this before.
Did one
Are
of the
you-
spiders get you? It was uncomfortable when it bit me.
I didn't get bit. It felt like a presence was like in the air and was trying to wash over me. It's trying to
Something was trying to possess you.
yeah, like one of them apparitions.
Huh.
Are you? I'm gonna walk over to him and like look him in the eye. Are you all right? Are you all yourself?
Yeah, I felt all right, because I steeled myself against it. I felt it.
Do you know what it was?
Hell, if I know. I ain't no one of them magicians. Not like y'all.
I'm going to just as a just in case, I'm going to kind of grab my holy symbol and flip the coin, and while it's midair, I'm going to cast Turn Undead.
Just suppose y'all suppose that person who cast that seeing eye thing on us tried to take me over too?
Oh,
I mean,
could he take you over from a distance?
I don't know,
Most
probably.
most
I mean,
sort
one
of
of us.
mind control spells that I know, you sort of have to be close. I'm gonna fucking start whipping around looking for this bitch.
So
Perhaps
as
the-
you toss your coin and you cast Turn Undead, turns out that was a good move because
Hey!
the creature that is creeping up behind Eva
Oh fuck!
suddenly gives a shriek and starts moving away. This creature is ethereal looking. It is, it's a ghost. It's transparent in color, and it looks a lot like the guy you just stuck in a hole.
Oh.
Oh!
And it runs away on its turn. Is there, I mean, at this point, it's sort of moving away, it's shrieking. In fact, it probably vanishes again.
it's one of Miss Cassandra's unholy servants.
Nope. I think this is worse.
Perhaps she's spying on us. Can we honestly trust that noble?
Thus far, she's not given us any reason not to. I think this
I
is
think
more.
if we, yeah.
This is reason enough, is it not? She
No, it is not.
enslaves these poor forgotten souls. Makes them
No, she does. It's not
serve her.
They
how.
aren't the
Well,
same
she doesn't
thing.
use ghosts. Yeah, she uses. It's like concentrated magical energy.
Yes, exactly, a ghost.
No,
No.
no, very different. Should we? Are we going to fight his ghost, or should we run? No.
We's probably walking on cursed land or something. I don't recommend we mosey on out of here.
But then it's just going to attack the next person that walks past.
Well, we put up a sign and said keep out.
You know what? We could go. You're right.
There's plenty of wood. I can make myself stake into the ground and say keep out. Cursed land.
And that will not
Are you
keep
are you
anyone
implying
out.
that are you implying that that spirit there was belonged to the man we just buried?
It looked like him.
It looked like him.
Oh
Yeah.
well. Perhaps he's attempting to claim vengeance upon us for besting his foe. I would do the same. It is understandable.
So if you get killed by something and then we kill it, you're going to come back and try to kill us.
No, because you are my companions. You are my valiant companions and warriors. We fight together. We win together. But should another group come and kill the thing that killed me, yes, I would attempt to prove my worth over them in much the same way, I think.
Fascinating.
Well, if we want to put that ghost to rest, how we gonna do that? He's gone to win again.
Yeah, he's going to keep running for a minute.
I
I
can't
guess
see
what I was
him.
going to do was, yeah, no, I sent it away. I kind of panicked. Okay, well, we could wait here for it to come back and try to possess another one of us. Fuck, if it possesses Ava, I don't want to fight her.
I volunteer. I volunteer. I will allow
For
it to
you to be
possess me, and you can prove your worth over it.
By hitting you, the guy with the big sword and the big armor.
I think maybe we
Yes.
just leave. I would prefer not to have to fight any of you.
What better avatar for this lost spirit than me?
Well, it chose me first, so
Yeah, it chose Turnip.
it must have
Don't
thought I was
rub it in,
incredibly
Turnip.
handsome and
Well,
charming.
you are a Turnip. Probably was swooning. Yeah, do we just want to? I don't know. We could fuck off. I can't detect that. I mean, I have a spell for that, but I didn't think I would need it today. I'm going to just also instinctually put Blessing of the Trickster on myself.
Hey, can't you damn clerics talk to dead people and all that?
Yes,
That's what I
theoretically,
heard.
I don't know. I mean, I've met people that can, but I can't do that. To like speak to a corpse?
Yeah, that's what I heard anyways.
Nope, not something I can do.
Well, we're shit out of luck then.
Yes, maybe we just.
Yeah, I think we just vacate the area. Let's go.
Yes, I don't particularly want to get possessed.
All right. So it sounds like the group has decided to move along.
I
so
will
you leave-
quickly
Wait.
channel divinity to see if I get anything off it, since it will tell me about any desecrated or consecrated grounds.
Ooh.
That is cool. So there are no undead within 60 feet of you. It seems as though this creature, that this ghost has run from Cora's spell. However, the watchtower has it seems to be a desecrated ground. It has a really horrifying just you can just see like people screaming inside of it, being cut down by armies of what looks like goblins. Whatever happened here was pretty terrible, and it seems to have left a mark on the place.
I will. Yeah, Hal's eyes kind of like glaze over for a moment. They almost turn white as they roll back in his head, and then he snaps to it. And he goes, "This is ground that has seen horrors beyond comprehension. I'm not sure if there's anything we can do to cleanse it, but perhaps we should share a warning to those traveling the road to avoid the area until it can be cleansed."
And now,
Mhm.
and we circle back to my plan. Awesome. And everybody said, Turnip, you don't got no good ideas.
What? I would never say that. You're full of good ideas.
Every single time, Uncle Turnip turns out to be correct.
Yes, but if I took your word, I wouldn't have this amazing shoe. Is all I'm saying.
Does anybody
Alright.
have charcoal or some
Uh,
chalk?
Yes, I've got both.
I'll take both. And I'll
Alright.
write it, keep out cursed. Big letters along each side of the tower.
Awesome. Okay, you write a warning on the tower itself, and satisfied that you have done what you can to prevent any fellow travelers from meeting a grisly fate, you continue on your way.
Nailed
Hal
it.
reads it and goes, "I thought cursed was spelt with a Q.
A Q of all things.
You know, cursed. Qurst.
I love the way your mind works. No, so smart though. Really phonetic.
Yeah, so you guys travel the rest of the day. You do not have the next 2 days, in fact, you don't encounter anything else. You have a much more relaxing journey. You can go ahead and long rest your characters, get back all of your spell slots and hit points and that kind of thing. And you finally make it to Daggerford.
You know, I gotta say, it is a lot smaller than I thought.
It
Oh
is.
yeah,
It's
it's
a
not
fairly
large.
it is a fairly small city. It is a completely walled city, and however, it is a city of great importance. The city is a major place along the trade routes. It has a pretty decent militia, and it hosts some important people who live here. And so, for all that it is fairly small, it is also quite important. Um, there is a pretty decent legend on your map here with the buildings in town. Yeah, you guys arrive in past the caravan ground. The other thing that I should mention is that Daggerford is on the Delimber River, and so you actually have to you would cross a river if you left it continuing down south towards like Baldur's Gate and in that direction. However, you're on the north side of the Delimber River, and just outside of the city itself are what they call the caravan grounds, and you'll see those marked on your map just above the legend. And the caravan grounds are basically where all the caravans that come up the tradeway, they usually stop for a day in Daggerford. It's a place for them to stop and rest and resupply as needed, sell a little bit of their wares, and then move on up, usually towards Waterdeep and Neverwinter. The caravan grounds are very, very full, and it's basically a place where caravans are left while the people go inside the city. It's also where a lot of the merchants and everything sleep, unless they're choosing to stay at one of the inns inside the city proper. So the caravan grounds are quite large and very full of lots of caravans. But if you want to do any shopping here, the place to go would be the marketplace. The house that you are looking for is on Water Street, which is up here. And it is actually this little house right here, sort of tucked in the middle. And that was sort of the place that you had been directed to in order to find Ackerly Randall.
Alright.
So upon
How's-
arriving, do you guys head straight there, or do you go anywhere else first?
No, Hal's become distracted. His mind has been clouded with images of that tower on the rest of the journey. So his first stop is either a guard barracks or the local temple to see about any priests going on pilgrimage who might stop and cleanse that tainted land.
Yeah. So there are, like I said, there's a pretty decent militia here, and they've got a like a large amount of people who would have things like, you know, clerical abilities. They would have priests and whatnot. And so probably over by the drill field, which is over here. There's the barracks, and just sort of more of the militia area. And so if you head on over there and let them know, they will make sure that that area is cleansed.
I think
and
Hal will probably drag Cora with him. Be like, I cannot remember exactly where it was, but your sense of direction and your all around knowledge, I'm sure you'd be able to pinpoint it on a map. So come with me. We must report this desecrated land.
Yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay. So you guys head on over, and there are some people out doing drills, but you also see people in military uniforms just sort of, you know, walking around taking their ease. And one of them sort of sees you looking like you're looking for something, and he sort of comes over and says, "How can I help you?"
We crossed a desecrated tower on the way here. We hope you might have someone who could go out there and cleanse the land, purify it.
Where is this place? And he sort of pulls out a map from. He's got like a military kit like pouch and everything, and he pulls out a map of the area, and sort of says, "Point to it on the map."
Hal looks uncertainly at Cora and points at part of the map and probably just
I'll-
waits for her to move his hand.
Yeah, I'll take his hand and just like shift it to where it is.
Okay.
I was like, no, that's like the other side of the coast. You're doing so
Okay.
Watchtower,
So he.
a crumbled watchtower that was overrun by spiders. We dealt with the spiders.
He says, I know the tower that you speak of. We've had reports of things happening in there before. We'll make sure it gets dealt with. Thank you." And he hands you a gold piece for coming and telling him that, you know, there's a danger that needs to be stopped on the road.
I just hand it to Cora.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking pocket it. I'm not that noble.
Okay. So after having done that, what next?
I guess to what's his face? Ackerly Randall.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I will
Oh,
just
yeah.
say, by the way, just because you do notice as you're standing by the drill field, just because you're here, there is actually a temple to Chimera here.
Ooh, okay. I'll pop by there after.
And it's just on the other side of the drill field. So you would probably notice it as you were there. You don't necessarily have to go or anything. I just, because it's your god.
No, I'd
you
want
see it.
to.
I would say I would not have followed them. I would say, y'all go on ahead. I'll catch up. I was gonna get me a fishing pole.
All right.
All right. So are you heading to the marketplace then, Turnip, to get yourself a fish bowl?
Yes, ma'am. Dillenburg River is
Okay.
my hood.
Awesome.
Is it
Yeah, there's
best time of the year?
There's some decent fishing tackle there, as well as some rods, and yeah.
I was gonna get me one of them ash poles
Ooh,
and one of them whistling dartsies and a purple wiggler.
They have all three in stock.
Yeah, all right. I was gonna buy it because I got myself a good paycheck this month. I was gonna buy it, and thankfully, Mr. Randall's house is right by the port, right by the docks, so I can get my fishing on. We don't gotta pay for dinner tonight.
The only thing Hal is interested at the moment is a place called the Lizard's Gizzard. He's like, yeah, no, we gotta check that out before we leave. Sounds like a great time.
You know what? Sure. I am going to pop by my temple later, though, as well. Just so we know.
Okay, so you guys head on up. The Lizard's Gizzard is a boarding house, just so you're aware.
Oh.
It's not an inn.
Hal is immediately like downtrodden when he finds that out.
Aw.
He was really hoping for like a lively, just absolute destructive tavern.
I mean, if you want chaos, I will point you to the Temple of Timora.
It's possible.
All right.
I may
So you
visit it. I'm so downtrodden at this point.
Oh. Buddy, if you want to go fist fight, I mean, I'm not going to do it, but I'm sure we could find someone.
He's really considering just picking a fight in the drill field.
No.
Before that
Ooh.
happens, we're gonna move you over to a new map.
Cool.
So yeah, I'll tell you about this map later. So you guys arrive at Ackley Randall's house, and it is an interesting place to say the least. A lot of it is sort of open to the elements, or at least it looks open to the elements. But those of you with a keen eye, which is Cora and Eva, you guys notice a bit of a shimmer, as though there's kind of a force field or something in place that is probably preventing, the elements from coming in and ruining furniture and things. What you can't see of the place is just it's packed full of stuff. There's this weird sort of spiraling staircase that heads up to the very top floor. And there's these little offshoots. It looks like someone has just taken different parts of different buildings and sort of kludged them all together into one. There is also a very large teleportation circle that is sort of at ground floor level that presumably is used, to teleport people in and out. And it's just this higgledy-piggledy kind of strange looking place. It's sort of in the middle of town, but it feels very different than the rest of Daggerford. The rest of Daggerford is a lot more military based, and the houses tend to be very neat and a little bit not cookie cutter, but close.
It's regimented.
Yeah. And this one it stands out like such a sore thumb. So how do you guys approach? Do you just sort of like walk up and there's no door? There's no doorbell?
What's this guy's name again?
Mr. Randall? Mr. Randall?
It appears somebody has strewn graffiti all over your front entrance.
No, that's for teleporting, dear.
Teleported what?
People, usually.
People travel by that?
Yes.
That can't be safe.
I mean, now they can walking along a road with spiders.
It was completely. I had all of you. There was no danger.
But what if you would? I mean, tell that to the man who got killed by them.
He did not choose valiant enough companions. That's all you need to do.
I mean, I suppose you're not wrong. Anyway, I'm gonna walk up and just like kind of stand at the bottom of the steps. I'll go. I assume Turnip has walked up and is shouting, so I'll join him.
You, no one seems to be answering. There's no movement. You don't see anyone. There's nothing happening.
I will use thaumaturgy to make my voice real loud. Excuse me. Anybody
Again,
home?
you give it a second, and there's no response.
Well, he ain't home. All right, y'all stay here and try to get him. I'll catch you some dinner.
One moment. Yeah, I'm just gonna start walking up.
Decision-making coin.
I told you I was gonna use it, and by God, I will.
You walk up, and you're not barred from entering. You do feel sort of like a frisson as you pass through whatever this like force field like thing is, but it doesn't seem to. It doesn't stop you from entering. Where do you go? Where do you look?
I mean, I don't want to. Oh, do I want to start looking through his house? Yes.
Maybe try calling
No.
for him now. Now that we're in. Now that
Yeah.
you're inside his force field.
Yes. I'm gonna. Yeah. Just. Hello, Mr. Randall. You should be expecting us.
This time, there is a mouse that comes running over to you. It's the size of a mouse. It's a little mouse.
That's in cemetery.
It comes over, and it just sort of like stands on the floor in front of you, and its little whiskers twitch.
I don't know if you are the cutest doorman I've ever seen, or just a mouse. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I crazy right now?
Hal just has a handful of seeds and is like crouched down behind Cora.
Oh wait, hold on.
Here.
I got something for this.
Awesome. So the mouse runs over and just runs over to Hal and just starts like munching down on these seeds. And when you cast Speak with Animals Turnip, what do you say to it?
I say to it very loudly, "Do you know where Mr. Randall is? The owner of this house. I assume your guardian.
Yes, I do.
May you lead us to him. We have come on the behalf of, what's her name again? Cassandra?
Yeah.
Cassandra.
He's dead. He's dead. My master's dead.
Oh,
What? Oh wait.
okay,
I
so
understand.
wait, so the mouse is not, it's only communicating to me at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I got some good news and some bad news.
Yes.
So the good news is I can talk to the mouse.
Oh, fascinating. I thought you were just squeaking.
Does it prefer the sunflower seeds or the walnuts?
Yeah, I'll ask later. But the bad news is apparently the little mouse said Randall's dead.
What?
Okay, well then ask now because he'll still be dead later.
Do you like the sunflower seeds? Oh, what's the other one? Sunflower seeds
The
as well?
walnuts.
Or the walnuts?
Sunflower seeds. Those are my favorites.
It says it likes the sunflower seeds.
Oh, okay. And Hal just reaches out into a pouch and pulls out like a full bag of
Okay,
sunflower
I feel like we're
seeds and
skipping
starts-
over the whole dead thing.
We have
Yes,
kind of buried the lead here.
Yeah, hold on. How did Mr. Randall die?
Probably the metal thing stuck in his chest.
Oh, fuck. Is he here?
Apparently apparently he's got like this metal thing stuck in his chest. I don't know what that means, but I know a sword through the chest ain't too good. Ain't looking too good. Is he? Is he present on the premises?
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes. Sorry,
Yes,
I
he
don't
is.
think the mic's picking up my high.
Yeah, it's not picking up particularly well, no, I'm afraid.
Yeah, he apparently is on the premises at the moment. Can you lead us to him? We is friends.
Yes, I can do that.
All right, we gonna follow the mouse now.
It climbs off. It takes one last sunflower seed, and then it scurries down your sleeve, down your leg, and
Oh boy.
Hal and Hal, no, you don't worry, and then starts to scurry up the stairs.
All right, let's go.
Hal just shouts after you. You could have just pointed from my hand. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna follow. Look at it try and climb the stairs.
It's so
adorable.
cute. Oh my
Well, it climbs up the banister and it runs up the railing.
Oh, it's still so
It's
cute. Look at his little legs go.
It does. It runs
Oh.
along. And when you get to the top room is like a library. It is library / workshop, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. There is this massive wall of books. It is, as you see in the picture, there's a work table, and you see one of those notes that Cassandra had given you with the paper crane. There's one of those that is sitting on the work table. There's also a door. The door, it's an archway. It's not a door. It's just an open arch, and it goes right to the outside. And there's no stairs down on that side, so it's like a 3-story drop. Again, weird. There's also a fire with a chimney. The fire's not currently lit, but there is a fireplace with a chimney that only seems to be on this floor. It's like someone's taken a ground floor and kind of put it on top of the house for some reason. On top of this workbench, there are 4 rings that have been set out, and you see that there's some like they've got a little bit of inscription on them. There's also some pages of notes and that kind of thing, and again, bookshelves just filled with clutter, just like everything you can imagine. This guy probably bought a lot of the kind of stuff that little kobold was selling, and it's all over his shelves. Like just weird and random pieces of junk.
Do we see a body?
Paper crane.
And also there's a body. I guess I should mention the body.
The paper crane is open and red, or is it still fluttering around?
It's open and red.
Okay.
And the body is lying on the floor near the workbench. I should have described that first. Sorry, guys, buried the lead there. And he is sort of he looks to be in his like mid-50s, but he is elvish, so what that means is hard to say. And he has a dagger stuck in his chest. There's blood. He's wearing like wizard robes, and I'm talking like wizard, like Mickey Mouse wizard robes, stars and moons, blue.
Incredible.
There's a big hat on the ground beside him.
I'm gonna go over and just like really make sure that he's dead and not just severely injured.
Yeah, you go over, you take a look. Give me a medicine check, please.
Okay, I'm gonna cast guidance on myself if that's all right. Medicine.
I'm gonna go to the mouse again. Hey, how long since he has passed?
Sun came up 2 times.
So he probably been dead about 3 days or so. 3 days.
Died when we were en route.
Or that matches what you're seeing. When you take a look at the body, it looks like he's been dead 2 or 3 days. He looks like he's been killed with this dagger. He's not just severely injured. He's dead and probably died pretty darn quickly. It looks like the dagger went right through his heart. It's interesting that it's in front because you don't see any signs of like defensive wounds or anything like that. It looks like whatever happened surprised him.
Hal just holds out a hand towards Eva. and
Mhm.
kind of does the give gesture.
What? Oh,
And then he looks
coins.
at you when no, he looks at you when there's like no recognition. He's like, a dagger. Sorry, I need a dagger.
Oh, you got my last one. I can give you a short sword.
It'll do for the moment. You'll get it back, I swear.
Okay. I literally don't need
And
it.
he takes
Passes you a
the
short sword.
short sword and puts it in the wizard's hands and lays it on his chest and draws the dagger out of the wizard's chest.
I'm so
Can I
glad you
just-
said
And then-
that, because as you draw the dagger out of his chest, you hear, "Stop, police!"
Oh no.
Hal just looks over like,
And behind you on the stairs are a number of police officers, militia officers, who have come running over. They're breathing heavily as though they ran over here and ran up the stairs. And they have weapons drawn and are standing around you. They see the body, they see you with the dagger in your hand, and they say, "Nobody move! Drop the weapon!"
would you like
Big
me
12.
to not move, or would you like me to drop the weapon?
Don't
Clear
mess
on the-
around! Drop the weapon and stay put!
I am completely serious with you, sir. Would you like me to drop the
Hal,
weapon or
Hal,
not
just
move?
put the weapon down. Hal, just put the weapon down and don't move any further.
Just kind of like lets his hand open, and the dagger probably falls directly back into the open wound.
Amazing. Once you've dropped the weapon, they say, "For the rest of you, weapons down, weapons on the floor. Take them out and put them on the floor."
Do I have any weapons?
I
I have a
would-
borrowed. I have Ava's crossbow. That's about
I'm
it.
completely unarmed.
Mm.
Unarmed.
Eva like pulls out the butter knife and like just puts it in the in the table next to her, and like that's it. That's all I got.
I'll put
I
down
mean,
the.
Hal takes off his like greatsword, puts it gently on the ground in front of him, and then he removes the shoe from his belt, puts it
Good.
gently on the ground in front of him.
Wait, hold on. Does a fishing pole count as a weapon?
This is not going the way that these people expected.
But like, what counts as a weapon?
Like,
Does
they're
this?
kind of sitting there like confusion, and one of them just like they kind of look at each other. One of them just goes, "Yes."
Oh God. Look, I like to say that I just purchased this like 20 minutes ago. I can even tell you which stall.
Put it on the ground.
All right, all right. Just don't break it. Just ask.
There's been a misunderstanding.
Well,
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
take you into custody until we figure this out. Hands
Yeah,
behind your
hold on.
backs, all of you. Turn around.
Wait, hold on. Bring the mouse. The mouse will vouch for us.
I don't think we can speak to the mouse, but you, darling.
Well, somebody surely can too. Somebody
I
is.
don't think that's normal.
I mean,
I've got
Like,
my
worth a
hands
try.
up.
Can I give this man his last rites before we leave? I mean, I just placed that
No.
short sword. It's not even my short sword.
That's what they all say, buddy.
I mean, if
and,
I was gonna claim something wasn't mine, it would be the dagger stuck in his chest. But I'm just saying, like, he's been dead for a bit, and he deserves last rites. No.
hands behind your back.
Fine.
Do as he
Oh.
said.
With the
all
hard
right.
way.
Big 12.
So they put you all in handcuffs, assuming no one resists.
I look real
Yeah.
twitchy, but I won't resist. I think I'm looking a little more panicked than
Okay.
usual.
This
So
isn't,
you were.
Hal's first time getting arrested, so he's fine with it.
Alrighty, so you guys are all placed in cuffs. When the cuffs go on, you feel sort of like sapped and drained of energy. These cuffs have a anti-magic spell on them, which will prevent you from casting. And you are taken.
What about me? Because I'm a warlock.
I think it would stop any magic. They're basically a magic suppressor cuff, because handcuffs aren't going to do much good against anyone with magic. So I would imagine they would have options for that. And they take you to the Jugal Castle.
Ooh.
But the good news is you go into a really fancy castle. The bad news is you're not going to the good parts
The
of
nice
fancy
part.
castle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you basically get taken down and put in the dungeon in like a holding cell type deal. You are all four of you placed in the same cell. Once you are inside, your handcuffs are removed. They do take your gear, and you see them sort of storing it off in another room.
How well are they searching me? Because my thieves' tools are not going to be easy to find.
Oh, that's a good thing. Let me do a roll. And do you want to give me a sleight of hand for your thieves' tools?
Yes.
And I will roll against you here with their perception. It's just going to be a straight roll, so it's just going to be a d20 from me. I rolled an 8. I imagine you'll be doing better than that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not getting those.
You still have your thieves' tools hidden away.
Question:
Nice.
Is the mouse with us?
The mouse. You know what? Yeah, the mouse is gonna like scurry up probably Hal's like cuff in his pants, and is gonna kind of like hide there, so that it can come with you. So like I said, once in the jail, same deal with the jail. There is a magic suppressing field in here. So they remove your cuffs, they take your gear, and they close you in the cell. And one of the guards who has taken you in explains to you, and he says, "Look, we're just holding you right now for our investigation. We're going to take a look at the house. We're going to take a look at the body. Then we'll be interviewing you, and we will inform you as to whether or not we're going to proceed with charges. But for now, we just need to hold you for investigation."
All right, there should be a note on the table that should explain some things.
Why we're here.
Yes.
All
Also,
right, we'll,
just a thing to make you aware of, we literally just arrived. If you ask the people at your garrison off the drill field, we literally just came in off the road like an hour ago. You look at how dead that body is. You look at how long we've been here.
The gate guards.
Mm.
I'm assuming that there's guards posted at the gates.
Yeah, there are.
City and everything.
He says, we'll look into it. Don't worry, we'll do a thorough investigation." He sort of heads off. And you guys are left sitting by yourselves in this holding cell for a while.
I'm getting comfortable. I've been arrested before.
What did you say, sorry?
I'll probably say Turnip's been arrested before for hijinks as a young man.
I love that half our party's been in jail before.
Ironically,
Cora's
Eva has
pacing.
not.
Yeah,
Eva
I
has
thought
not.
you were going to say for vagrancy.
Ironically, the sketchy two have not. Yeah, Cora's pacing. Definitely not enjoying being locked.
Hal's just laying down, kind of like throwing sunflower seeds to the mouse.
The mouse is attempting to catch them.
No.
Can I get intelligence checks from everyone, actually?
Oh boy.
Just a flat intelligence or any particular skill?
Just a flat intelligence.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, Eva.
You know, that's not bad.
That is a record high for me, guys. That's wild. I rolled a 14 minus 1.
Eva, it suddenly dawns on you that this mouse is a little bit more intelligent than your average mouse. And you begin to wonder if this mouse is maybe a familiar.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense.
You know the dude was a magic user. You know he was a wizard.
Mm.
So it's entirely possible you've got a familiar on your hands.
Yeah, she calls over to she comes over to the mouse friend and brings some of the seeds that maybe she gathers up and says, "So I know I can't exactly understand you, but I'm assuming you can probably understand me. Give me maybe 1 squeak for yes, 2 squeaks for no. Were you his familiar by any chance?"
Squeak.
Okay. Did you see the person who put the bit of metal in him?
Squeak, squeak.
Okay. Did he have any out of the usual visitors in the last couple of days?
Squeak.
Interesting. I really wish I could talk to animals right now.
Hal just sits bolt upright and goes, "You can speak to animals too? This is amazing."
I think this little one is above average intelligence. May even be able to beat you in a game of chess.
Squeak.
Well, that's kind of a
Would you like me to do it again?
I don't think we can cast magic in here. I feel a bit.
Yeah, I don't think we can cast
restrained.
spells in here.
I mean, I'll try anyways.
Okay,
Yeah.
you try. You don't lose the spell slot because it just fizzles.
Oh, it's a ritual, so I don't lose it regardless.
Oh, okay.
I feel
yeah,
like
you,
Cora's definitely tried to cast calm emotions on herself, so realizes that she can't cast magic.
Yeah, it's just like you just can't touch it. You can do all the motions and say all the words, but you just can't tap that thing that you tap to make it happen. And so it's probably for those of you who are casters, it's probably quite disconcerting. It's probably like suddenly losing your hearing or your vision or something. Like there's just what was there is gone.
Yeah.
I feel like that requires a decent amount of perception, and Hal does not have that, so he just he's not aware that he can't do magic. I don't even think he's aware he does magic when he does it.
Aw.
For her own interest. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, you were talking. Go on.
I was going to ask if we think that fucker who's been watching us followed a missive and killed this man.
It's
If
entirely
it's not
possible.
related, it's a weird coincidence.
Eva's going to try and summon and throw a dagger at the ceiling. It's technically not a magic thing, so I don't know how you want to rule that.
Where does the dagger come from? Does it come from the astral plane? Like how does that?
It is just psionic. Let me show you the
Psychic energy. Yeah, you know what? You probably can.
Okay.
Thank fuck. Okay.
Well, don't scare the poor mouse.
She throws it at the ceiling. She throws it nowhere near any of you or the or the mouse.
Yes,
She's just
but
trying to find out if she can do the thing.
aggressive act against the ceiling. I mean, it's a little mouse.
She's being as unthreatening to the mouse as possible.
The mouse you feel like the mouse is hamming this up. It runs over to Hal and sits near him and starts to tremble a little bit.
Fistful of sunflower seeds at this point.
Can we do?
The mouse is like, yeah, there it is.
I'm not even gonna ask where you're hiding those.
They didn't search us for food. I've got a whole. I pull out a salami and a hunk of cheese.
Holy shit!
Is anybody hungry?
I'm gonna see Eva summon her daggers. Can I summon my weapon?
Yeah, I think you probably can.
Oh fuck! Everyone's got these magic weapons.
Oh, and my maul appears in my hand. All right, never mind. I'll quickly. I'll make sure, in case somebody saw that, I'll quickly banish it again.
All of you just keep magic weapons stored in the fucking ether?
All right, so you don't have performance anxiety right now, but we can't do anything else.
Are we being framed?
Why you don't be mad at me. I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying.
Turnip, are you speaking to your invisible friend again? Yes? That relationship's not been cut off?
No, you're right. I'm sorry. I said you have performance anxiety. That's not very nice.
Do you guys just basically wait for the investigation, or is there any do you try and escape or anything like that, or are you gonna stay here and see what happens?
No, let's wait out our time. Get our 3 square meals.
Yeah, I don't feel
Okay.
like trying to escape is
it's in
not
our
the
best.
action of
I'll be
an
patient.
innocent person.
I'll get comfortable
It's
on
in our best
the
interest to
straw
just
mat.
wait it out. And then when they decide, oh, we're going to take this to trial, you go, I want trial by combat, and then it'll be fine. It'll just go away.
I don't want. I mean, what if we're being framed? Is my concern.
Then trial by combat. We clear our name. Obviously, we didn't do it, so the gods will favor us in the combat, and we'll be free.
We
and
ain't
then
gonna
we will go
fight
hunt down the
nobody.
person framing
Yeah, I'm
us.
not. I don't know. Why they need to hurry up.
The mouse will prove our innocence, and I want my fishing pot rod back. I paid a lot of money for it.
I'm just going to be pacing, and if anyone gets too close, it's a little warm near Cora.
Awesome. So you wait for a while. In fact, they serve you a meal while you're waiting. You're given. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's enough to sustain you. Hal, you're probably still hungry afterwards. It's basically like sloppy mashed potatoes, some chopped up veg, and a piece of meat. And it's not the best cut of meat, and it's been cooked enough, and that's about all you can say about it.
When they hand it through the bars, Hal reaches out and goes, "Where's my bread? I'm supposed to get bread." I just start banging the plate against the side of the bar.
The person says, "We don't have any bread today. The baker, we didn't know we had anyone in custody. You'll get your bread tomorrow."
We get double bread tomorrow. Okay.
Calm down, Hal.
Let me get some more water.
The guard kind of rolls his eyes and says, "Yes, you can have some more water," and he brings you another cup of water.
If only we'd bought that cup from the merchant.
And it's fairly late at night, and you're at the point where you're like, do we go to sleep? Where do we sleep? They toss in some blankets for you to lie down with, but there's just hard ground to lie on. And one of the guards comes over and says, "Oh, sorry, go ahead, Turnip."
So Turnip's just been chilling this whole time, resting his eyes.
Okay. Yeah, so the guard comes over. This is a different guard. This is actually one of the ones who arrested you. And he comes over and he says, "I'm officially arresting the four of you for the murder of Ackerley Randall."
No, what the fuck? No.
Oh, that's hogwash, and you know it.
You look at that body and you think people who got here 20 minutes ago did it?
We have evidence that shows that you got here much before 20 minutes ago.
Well, your evidence sucks, doesn't it?
There's been sightings of you guys in the marketplace, at the drill field.
That was
from 2 or 3 days
this afternoon.
ago.
No, we got here today.
Today? What the hell is you talking about?
Yeah, you know what? Tell it to the judge, because I'm not buying it.
Is this bitch lying?
I'm not lying. I think you lot are liars and murderers.
Check this motherfucker.
This is what that word?
Conspiracy.
Yeah, that word. That's against us.
Sir, we travelled here from Baldur's Gate. If you have a look at the missive that was on the table. No, sorry, we didn't.
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Thank you. I don't know the world. We travel. Yeah. If you have a look at the missive that's on that man's table, how did we get here that quickly? We've literally been traveling for 5 days. Look at me. I've been traveling for 5 days.
Arrived 3 days ago.
What? Yeah, that makes no sense. Does this person seem like they're being honest?
Hal just looks at Cora and goes, "We should request a council, I believe."
Yeah, don't say nothing else.
Cora, go ahead and make me an insight check.
I want to know if he's being lied to or if he's lying. 17.
He seems to believe what he is saying.
I fucking told you we're being framed.
That's hogwash. I want a solicitor.
I literally have a spell, and I'm sure other people around here have it. There's a spell to make sure we're not lying. Someone
Yeah,
can
put us
cast
in
it.
a
We
zone
can
of
be done with
truth.
this. Yep, there are clerics. I'm sure they have it.
At the
I have
very
it.
least, you could provide us with another blanket for my poor friend here. And I gesture to the little mouse that's like all bundled up in Hal's blanket.
He says, "You're not getting any more blankets, and we'll see about getting you some counsel. And you're welcome to pay for a zone of truth spell if you can afford it."
Well, fuck,
Oh,
I'll
yes.
just
Just
cast
narrows his eyes
Yes, sir, we
at the guy and
can.
goes, "Fucking fascist."
it. Cora like fucking fist bumps.
And I think, guys, that is where we are going to save game. And we will pick up next week with you guys in jail, deciding how you're going to handle this.
Oh, juicy.
Trial by combat.
Hmm.
We're doing trial by combat.
Give me a
Uh,
cleric of
Before you
Timora
leave.
up in here.
Is everyone good to play next Saturday?
I should be.
Yeah, I think I should be.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yes.
Should be good.
Yeah, the only thing I have going on is in the evening, so that's fine.
Law and Order. Amazing. Yeah, okay, so we will play next Saturday and we will deal with what is happening to your characters.
Fascinating.
Gosh, I'm glad I got companions who have high intelligence scores, because I do not.
Oh,
If you leave it up
the
to
second
Hal,
that
we're
happened.
fighting the entirety of the guard.
Yeah, no. The second they came up the stairs at that moment, I was like, someone's fucking behind this.
And of course they were. Like,
Oh,
no doubt, but